Hey everybody, this is Dominic, and here I am in Thailand, in Pong, Thailand. This is actually where I live. Behind me is a beautiful water behind me. This is it's about a 1 kilometer away from my house. Um, Today I wanted to do something kind of different, and I think it's really important that I open this up to everybody. A lot of people, I decided to actually make all of my Facebook posts public so that people who don't know me can find out about me, looking at me, and see where I've been for the last 10 years here in Thailand, and hear the truth about me, which I think is really, really important. March 3rd, 2015, I had a stroke. It was insane. And then 2 months later, I had another stroke, and things changed for me. Mine was a left brain stroke, which means you lose memory, vocabulary, all kinds of great, terrible things that happened to you. But there were some amazing things that happened to me, and it changed my life. And I say this, and I want everybody to understand this. Life can get changed. And if somebody feels that's not true, well, it is true. And for me, it's powerful because I take care of a lot of dogs, a lot of cats. I do this every day. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I take care of animals. And it makes me happy, And in 2002, when I decided, actually at the end of 2003, when I decided I wasn't going to be involved in things in the Middle East, and a lot of hurt had gone through me. And I remember sitting down with doctors here in Thailand, because you see, I'm Buddhist. Been a Buddhist now 30 years. So living in Thailand was very normal for me, very perfect, where I needed to be. And I remember sitting down with my doctors, and I said, how do I get rid of these dreams? How do I go through? How do I get better? And I got on medication, and it was horrible. It's called PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and man, it was insane. It was just absolutely insane, and it was powerful for me. The pain that you feel every day because of the suffering that you feel in your brain. I know people. They look forward to going to sleep. Me, it was terrifying to go to sleep because the nightmares that happened, it was it was insane. And so I had some friends that said, hey man, you could take care of animals. And so I did. I started taking care of animals, dogs, cats, and they saved me. When I went to sleep, it sucked. When I went to sleep, it was difficult, And for 10 years, I've been suffering with PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. And then I had the stroke, and I'll never forget when I was in the hospital, and Klaus Stephenson came into the hospital to look at me, and I'll never forget, because I was laying on my left side, and of course you have your left brain, so my whole right side of my body was just completely done, finished, And but I was excited because I'd gotten my face to be normal. I was rubbing my face every day, which was really huge, and it was very important. And I remember seeing Klaus when he walked in the door, and he looked at me, and I could just see the look in his eyes, and it was like, oh my God, everything's over with. And inside I was smiling because, you see, having a stroke is part of my hereditary. My father had a stroke at 60. My father lived 1 month before his 94th birthday, still driving a car with a bass boat behind his Suburban. So I knew I was going to live. I knew that I survived. I knew I was going to make this happen because I was supposed to take baby aspirin. I'd stopped taking it after my father passed away. Just think about that, baby aspirin. I should have been taking baby aspirin every day, but I didn't. But I started taking, after going through this, I knew that I was going to survive. I knew nothing was going to hold me back, and I knew nothing would hold me back. And I'm a fighter. So anybody that knows me knows I'm a fighter. And knows that I'm not a guy that's going to get drunk, get high, take tablets to feel better about myself. I'm not that kind of person. As a fighter, you fight. And you know you got to have your brain together in order to fight. So I remember after the stroke, I remember looking at my doctor and I said, I lost all of the pain in my brain. I got cured. As crazy it may seem, having a stroke cured me. I don't have any dreams. In 10 years, I have absolutely no dreams. None. I go to sleep. I pray before I go to sleep, and I feel really wonderful about that. And I wake up in the morning, and I pray and I say thank you, and I pray again. Thank you for allowing me to wake up and see the world again. And knowing that the time that I sleep, 6 hours, 7 hours, that I'm peaceful. I'm truly peaceful. And this is amazing. So I opened up everything public on Facebook for a reason. So I want people to look up and find out about me. Facebook doesn't hide. You post every day, you talk every day, you do that. That makes a really big difference. For me, a lot of things happened to me. After the stroke, I was supposed to launch our company called 2 Help 2. And that was March 3rd when I had the stroke. March 15th is when we're supposed to launch. No one really knew for about 5 days that I had the stroke. And then, of course, the people that are close to me, Joe, Klaus, Anver, Chai, these are people that were close to me, and they were talking to me. Joe Botting was talking to Lisa Grossman, a really good friend. And Lisa, of course, she was concerned. You know, she's a friend. She's been a friend for a long time in the industry. She's a good friend, period. And she's a wonderful woman. And so she was talking, how's Dom doing? And Joe said, well, he wants to talk to you, but he just needs time to recover. Because one thing you lose with a stroke, you lose your ability to talk. Your brain, my brain was like 100%. I just couldn't communicate words out of my mouth. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And so I remember it was April 2nd. I was on my computer, just sitting down, looking through Facebook, looking through stuff. I hadn't posted. Of course, I wasn't ready to engage anything. And I got this little chat from Lisa, and I was like, wow. And it goes, Dominic, how are you doing? I said, I'm good. And she goes, I need some Bitcoins. And I said, what? Seriously. Lisa, I hope you see this. You're going to love. And I was going, this was April 2nd, 2015. And I look and I go, Bitcoins? What do you need Bitcoins for? So I started chatting. She goes, oh, I need some Bitcoins real quick. I don't have any way to access this. I know you always have things like that. Could you hook me up? And I said, sure, absolutely. And so I sent 15 cents, as I always do when I do a first send of Bitcoins. And then the person came back, and I realized then it wasn't Lisa. And I could see, I was thinking, Lisa's account's been hacked. And so at that point in my Facebook, I had Lisa's telephone number. So I called her, and I said, Lisa, this is Dominic in Thailand. And of course, when you call through Skype, nobody really recognizes your number. And Lisa, of course, the first thing out of her mouth is, my God, how are you doing? I wanted to talk to you. I've been waiting a long time to talk to you. And, being Lisa, that was cool. And so I asked her, I said, hey, man, somebody's hitting me on Skype about giving you Bitcoins. And she started laughing. She goes, no, my account got hacked, and Curtis is getting it handled. And I started laughing, and I said, well, don't worry. I sent him 15 cents in Bitcoins. And she started laughing. And then we started talking about what was going on in my life and how I was feeling. And I told her, Lisa, I'm a fighter. I knew that I was fighting from the moment that the stroke happened. I mean, I was in the gym, no drinking. I was in the gym, second set. My trainer, I was working with a personal trainer, and he knew, stroke, boom, he knew it. He knew me. I didn't feel anything going into the stroke. It just happened in the gym. And they got me to the hospital, 30 minutes, man, it was amazing. And had the IV in me. And I went from 215 pounds down to 195 pounds in 40 days. I couldn't eat. you know, your whole world stops, everything, your digestion, your thinking, your walking, your feeling, everything just changes. It's like you're reborn, you know, and you have to learn how to survive, how to turn everything back on again, because it's your brain is your nerves, and everything that you feel because of the brain, you can overcome. And I'm going to tell you this: I have overcome so much through the stroke, and it's been amazing for me. So I know that. But when I was talking to Lisa, there was something really important. I said, Lisa, I need to talk to you. It was a couple days later. I said, I got to talk to you about some stuff. She got her Skype back. And I said, Lisa, we're supposed to launch on the 15th. She goes, yeah. She goes, I know that's not going to happen. And I said, look, some people are counting me out. I said, you can't count me out. And she goes, I know. I said, Lisa, I can't work right now. I can't do affiliate marketing and things where I was able to earn 20, 30K a month. And that's 20 to 30K dollars every month. And it was the money that I was earning in affiliate marketing that was sustaining my family, my team, you know. And I was like, I got to find some investors. I said, because there's so much I can't even figure out. I've got bank accounts, I don't even remember where they're at. And I said, I need some help. She goes, okay. Give me a day, and I'll have somebody call you. And I said, okay. And next day, a really awesome individual, close person of Lisa's, called me. And interesting, he said, let's meet tomorrow afternoon, show me everything. I said, okay. My partner, Klaus Stephenson, introduced me to a really awesome gentleman, Juha, here from Finland, who actually is a top marketer. And we sat down with him, Klaus and myself and Joe, and we sat down with him and we talked to him. It was about 40 minutes, and he looked at me and he says, yeah, I'll support you. What do you need? Just let me know, and we're done. And the next day, it's like, here, let's go. What do you need? You know, here's the money. And then that same next day, I'm on the phone with Curtis, and he's going, yeah. And I said, I spoke to a gentleman by the name of Juha. He says, yeah, I already knew that. I go, Lisa Grossman knows everybody. And I started laughing, and I said, okay. And he goes, yeah, I'm in. We'll back you. And I said, why? And I said, you guys, he goes, because we believe in you, and we believe in the industry, and we believe in what can happen in the industry if people are fresh and thinking and coming out with new ideas. And that's what happened. And so, it was powerful because, we were ready to go. I mean, I made a lot of money, but when the whole world stops, everything changes in you. I mean, absolutely everything changes in you. And so I knew it was going to take a few months. My partner, Anver, came in from India, and we thought we were going to launch within 6 months, and then he was staying here in Thailand. He has got 4 children, but programming and doing all the things to take the business to the next level, to where we wanted to be in a year, because we weren't going to be able to launch immediately. And so this street right here, he was training, and he was riding a 12-speed at night. It was about 6 o'clock at night, and it just rained. And the road shifts. In Thailand, we're low, we're near the lake, so things move. The roads change, and he hit a divot and fell off the bike and literally broke his right arm right here. Broke it. Just broke it. And he's a programmer, and he's not just a programmer, he's a genius. He's an absolute genius. And I'll never forget getting a call from Chai, and I was like, oh, man. And I said, the ambulance picked him up, and I said, take him to the hospital. And so we got there, and of course, he's just looking at me like, what do we do? And I said, don't worry, man, we're going to go see a good Navy doctor that I know. Let him work on you, see what happens. Next day, got him to the hospital. They did the surgery. And of course, I'm thinking to myself, how are we going to launch this company now? What are we going to do? Anver, the genius that has developed the platform, him and I we're a team, I come up with so many great ideas, and he turns it into a beautiful programming, for us. And I thought to myself, and it was funny because when we took him to the hospital, he says, "Yeah, I want a clipboard." So he wakes up from the hospital, from surgery, 7-hour surgery on his arm. They literally have to cut below his arm in order to reattach the elbow, the whole thing. I mean, it's some insane stuff. The top of your arm, compound fracture. And of course, he starts typing only with his left hand. And I'm like, dude, you just chill out, relax, I'll find some more programmers to work with you, and you can consult with them. And he goes, "Nah, nobody can do what I can do." And I said, "We'll find some people." And so come out of the hospital. He's of course staying at my house, and then he just went to work. And so it took us a year to really build the business, to bring it to where it's at today. And I'm so excited. I want you to come to our page on Facebook and like us. Just like us. Give us some love and give us some like. That's really important. It's at the bottom of or above the chat here. And it's to help too. And just say hey and just say thank you and like us. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to us because we worked really hard to build this. We've worked so hard to build this, and it's really exciting. And I'm also going to be taking this video. I'm going to be putting it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on Google. I'm going to put it on Vimeo. And I want people to find out about me, and if they want to know who I am, come on to Facebook. I made everything on my Facebook public. Every day I'm adding more. I'm turning every post into public. I see people get these posts now saying, "Oh, be careful, everything's going to go public." Man, if you're posting to 30,000 people or 10,000 or 2,000 people, everything's public. I mean, are you nuts? But I want it to be opened up so anybody that wants to find out about me, that wants to find out who I truly am, go look at the last 10 years of my life. Look at all the dogs, the cats, the rescues that I've done. Find out who I really am, not crap that people put out on the internet, because really there's so much bullshit on the internet. It's serious bullshit. And I want people to find out who I am and find out who our team is and find out about the animals and the things that we do and what makes us important. Find out about, finding out of who we are as marketers. This is really big, We went through hell to be where we're at right now. And I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm blown away. We worked really hard on doing something that I know is going to change the game for people. And I really hope that everybody just gets to look at what we have, share it with other people. If you don't mind sharing this post and putting it as far as you can, so that people can really see and find out and then come to my Facebook and start looking through and finding out who Domonic is and finding out about our team. I'd really appreciate it. God, I feel good saying this to everybody. I didn't want to share about the strokes and things publicly. I was more of a quiet person, like taking care of animals. I take care of animals. I don't have no people donating me money. I do this every day. I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. I get myself ready. 4:30 in the morning, I take 10 kilos of food, and I go around to all the temples, which is 2 temples near my home, and it comes out to about 4-mile walk. And I do this every morning. That's what I do every morning. I've got over 50 dogs that I feed every morning, 7 days a week, rain or not. And I have at my home 35 dogs now, and 2 brand new babies. So you can look at my Facebook page and you can see some of the babies. They're amazing. It's just awesome. Life is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful. And life is good. Life is really good. Peace, friends. Thank you so much. Come check us out. And love you guys. Peace. Thank you.